Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're well. So, recently, I've had a thought that I just want to try so many new things while I'm in London. So, I'm gonna try and pick up a bunch of hobbies, just try them out, see how I feel, without the pressure of like, oh, this has got to be something that I continue, you know? There's been a couple of hobbies that I've picked up recently I'm gonna chat to you about. One of those being reading. That's something that I am really wanting to bring into my channel a lot more moving forward, so I'm gonna do a little book haul later in this video. However, you may notice I have cut my hair. I was sat in the office on Friday and I was like, just want to cut my hair. Why don't I just cut my hair? So it's now Sunday and I spent my Saturday evening cutting my hair off. I'm really happy with it. I feel like a whole new era is coming. I've also got on such a cute outfit today. Let me show you. I picked up these trousers from Uniqlo on Friday and I absolutely love them. I've got them in a grey and then I've also bought a black. So I'm just wearing these with my little black weekday top. I'm just going to take you along with whatever I get up to over the next day or so. I am actually going to go to a museum today. I'm going to go to the Tate Britain. If you don't know and you live in London, the Tate Britain's free to get into. You don't have to book. You only have to book, I think, for the exhibitions. The plan of action today is to jump on the tube over to an art shop and I want to get some paints. I want to get some kind of like, I don't know whether I want pencils or watercolour or acrylic oil. I don't really know what I want yet, but I'll decide when I get there because I really want to do some art later today, so I am gonna go get my supplies. I just have such an urge to just like try all of the things that I loved doing as a child recently. Like I feel like everything is just gone. Like I used to paint and draw and take photos every single day as a kid, and I feel like I don't do that as much anymore, and I feel like I really have lost the skills that I did have. So I'm really wanting to just pick some stuff back up. I think I'm gonna listen to a podcast episode while I go on my ventures. I'm gonna put a couple of my favorite podcasts on the screen because I just love a good podcast, and these podcasts just give me the best vibes. I think what I'm going to listen to is there's an episode of Real Girls Radio, which is by Millie and Emma, who are both like fitness creators. There's a couple of new episodes that I've seen on like, I think Instagram Reels. They post like little short snippets of stuff. And there's one with Misha Grimes, who I feel like I've watched her channel for such a long time. I'm very excited to listen to hers. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to put a jumper on because it is just so cold today. And I'm so bad with the cold. I feel it so easily and it's really frustrating. But I actually bought this new jumper from Uniqlo. Oh, cute. I love this time of year. I feel like I just get the best vibes from like autumn, winter. Like this is my time to thrive. Love autumn, winter fashion. Love everything autumn, winter. I'm also going to take my current read with me on the tube. Now, I have two books that I'm currently reading. One is The Kind Worth Killing. I'm so kind of nearly done with this. And then the other book that I'm reading is Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. And I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've read like maybe 10 pages so far. Not a lot. I've heard such mixed reviews about this, but I've got a feeling this is going to be something I absolutely adore. So I'm very excited to read this. But I want to finish this first, so I'm going to take this with me. Hopefully I'll be able to read a little bit of this and then I can properly like delve into Boy Parts later. I will chat to you more about reading later though, because I'm going to do a little book haul because I bought too much recently. Now I've got my cozy jumper on. It's art supplies and museum time. guys, long time no speak. I've been out and about. Went to the Tate Britain, which was really good. I really enjoyed it, had a little bit of a browse around. And then I decided to go to McDonald's on the way back because my boyfriend's out tonight, so I couldn't be bothered to cook. So went to McDonald's. When I ordered a while ago, I accidentally got given one of the wraps, and ever since I've just got the exact same thing. Also the Monopoly's on at the moment, so that's an excuse. I'm gonna eat my dinner and do a little bit of reading. I really want to finish the Kind Killing book. I've got to like a really big twist in it again, so I feel like I really want to finish it and get it done so that I can like properly delve into boy parts later today. I also bought a couple of books from the Tate Britain, so I'll show you those in a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go have my dinner and see you in a bit. Bye. Hello. So, as you will have seen, I've been sat here reading. I've just finished The Kind Worth Killing. I absolutely loved this book. There were just so many plot twists and turns throughout the entire book. It was amazing. And I also just absolutely love when authors will tell the story from different characters' point of views. One of my favourite authors, Lisa Jewell, actually does this quite a lot, where she writes from various characters' point of views, and I found it really hard to find any other author that actually does that, with it still like having a great storyline without it kind of confusing you. It was incredible, would very highly recommend. I don't want to give too many spoilers, and I'm excited now because I can properly move on to boy parts as well. I'm about to just write a little review on my Goodreads of this book. So if you are interested, my Goodreads is on the screen or in the description. I don't really know how to share my Goodreads. So let's catch up on what I got up to before I went to the museum, because I went over to kind of Soho-y, Covent Garden area, and went to the Cass art supplies shop. And I picked up a few bits because I really want to get back into art, and I think I'm going to do some tonight. I just love any kind of art, like, and as a kid I used to do so much painting and drawing. Like, you'd never find me without anything to draw or paint with, and I miss it so much. It's a passion and a skill that I've let go, and I now really want to try and get it back. Yeah, first up, I wanted to get some acrylic paint. So they actually have a sale on at the moment, which was great. I wasn't expecting that, so amazing. But I picked up a few different ones. So I just got a black and a white, and then I got this yellow ochre colour, which is really pretty, and then burnt sienna. And then I also got a pack of watercolours. Now I have like a long thing of watercolours and I have no idea where it's gone. I swear I brought it with me to London and I have absolutely no idea where it is. But I really wanted to do some painting, so I saw this one, and because they had the sale on, it was a little bit cheaper, so I was like, all right. So this is the Winsor & Newton watercolour palette. And it's like this, so you kind of unpack the different colours at the bottom. I'm so excited about this because I really want to try and do a bunch of like portraits, and I also want to like paint some photos that I have. I have a little scrapbook that I'm going to use, but I want to do some practice first. So I have some like little sort of like small pages that I'm going to practice on for the next like few weeks, and then I'm going to start actually properly using my journal, which is so exciting. And then I also bought a paintbrush because I have a paintbrush but it's really just not very good and just not what I wanted. So I picked this one up. We'll do what I want it to do right now. And then finally, which I am extremely excited about because I've wanted something like this for such a long time, I actually bought the Winsor & Newton Pro Markers because I just love the way that people do like kind of block abstract-y art with them. So I would really like to experiment with that over the next few months. Okay, thought I'd switch up the angle a little bit. So while I was at the Tate Modern, I actually picked up a couple of books which I am so excited about. I didn't think that they had any kind of like bookshop there, but they had their pick of the month. Of course, I decided I needed the book. Here it is. This is the book that I bought. It's called The Story of Art Without Men by Katie Hessel. And I'm so excited for this. I haven't read an art book for such a long time, probably since I was like a little kid, but I love reading art books and just reading history of art. And when I read the blurb of this, I was like, you're coming home with me. You are coming home with me. Here it says that the story of art has never been told before, from the Renaissance to the present day, with over 300 works of art. And I just feel like this is going to be something that I chip away at and really love. I also picked up this book, which is Notes on a Nervous Planet by Matt Haig. I want to read this book for like knowledge and just in general, just enjoyment, but equally this is also a book that I really want to use within podcast episodes, and be able to reference various things from books is really important to me now. This book might even change the way you spend your precious time on earth. And I just feel like this is so me. I did a video like 3 years ago being like, I think it was titled like social media is ruining your life. Like it's always been a passion of mine to make as many people aware of the impacts of social media and the digital world as possible. And I talk about it quite a lot over my podcast and on YouTube, I guess, as well, on Instagram. So yeah, very excited to give this one a read, and I think it will be a really interesting read, to be honest. I also have a few books that I've picked up recently that I want to talk you through, but I will talk you through those in a little bit. I'm just gonna chill for a minute and just unwind. I feel like being in the centre of London can be quite a lot sometimes, so I feel like I just need to like sit and decompress for a little while. I'll speak to you in a little bit. Bye. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that I use to learn new skills and inspire my creativity. They have thousands of online classes, from journaling to business, meaning that you can cater exactly what you want to learn to a passion or interest of yours. Here I was taking the Art Journaling for Self-Care 3 Exercises for Reflection and Growth class by Amanda Rachley, who is an artist and a content creator I follow and love. Throughout this class, I reflected on my day-to-day and decided to try out my new art equipment and paint my favourite parts of the day. I took this photo that my boyfriend took of me at the museum and sketched it out, listening to Amanda's advice and thoughts as I went along. The classes on Skillshare vary in length, and this one was only 40 minutes long, which is so perfect for my busy schedule. I find that they're super easy to slot into my everyday life, and I really feel like I learn a lot from these classes. I've always been so passionate about art, and I've never taken the time to paint properly in so many years, so this really sparked a different kind of happiness for me this evening. If you have a specific skill you'd like to learn more about, you can join and try Skillshare out for yourself. The first 1,000 people to use my link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. Jumping in a couple days later because I wanted to do a little recent book haul. Now, I have bought so many books recently, and I'm actually going to do a like reading, kind of what I want to read for the rest of the year video in like 2 weeks time, so look out for that. But I thought I would show you a couple that I'm really excited to read and that I want to read before I start reading those ones. Okay, so we're going to start with the book that I'm currently reading. Now, the reason for reading this book is because I am part of a book club, so this is the book club pick for the month. So the book is Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. I'm sure you've probably seen this everywhere. I feel like everybody I know is reading this right now. Irina obsessively takes explicit photographs of the average looking men she persuades to model for her, scouted from the streets of Newcastle. Placed on a sabbatical from her dead-end bar job, she is offered an exhibition at a fashionable London gallery, promising to revive her career in the art world and offering an escape from her rut of drugs, alcohol and extreme cinema. The news triggers a self-destructive tailspin centered around Irina's relationship with her obsessive best friend, a shy young man from her local supermarket who has attracted her attention. A pitch-black comedy, both shocking and hilarious, fearlessly exploring the taboo regions of sexuality and gender roles in the 21st century. Quite like a mixture within one book, I feel. I'm very excited to like really delve into it. I feel like I've really started to get a grip of what the kind of narration character is about. Okay, next we have books that I want to finish by like the end of September / like first week of October. The first book is actually one that I'm using to inform a podcast episode that I'm going to be doing sort of like October-y time. So the book is called Do Pause, You Are Not a To-Do List by Robert Poynton, and I'm loving this book so far. I think you can see how many like little tabs I've got. I'm really enjoying it, and there's been some really valuable insights into this book so far. I've talked about a few of them on my podcast already, but in general I'm going to be doing like a sort of mini review of the book within a podcast episode. Let's read the blurb. Machines are designed to run constantly, people aren't. Our coping mechanisms are meditation apps, weekend breaks and annual holidays, but things soon revert. To prosper, we need a more sustainable approach, an ability to pause. Do Pause looks at the importance of this subtle yet powerful idea to communication, creativity, relationships, as well as our well-being and sanity. With practical tools to help you create new habits or to make more significant lifestyle choices. From taking a breath to taking a sabbatical, a pause can be many things. And the good news is, even just a small pause every now and again can make a real and lasting difference. I feel like my brain's constantly between things, so I really think I'm going to get even more value than what I've got so far from the rest of this book. My next book that I want to read before the end of September is one that I feel like everyone I know and also everyone I don't know has read, and I just have always had so many recommendations for it, so I finally picked it up. So I'm going to read Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now I feel like this is going to be a very quick read for me, hence why I'm like, yeah, I'll be done by the end of September, because I just feel like it's just going to be like a 1 or 2 night thing. If by any chance you're one of the people that hasn't read Verity, I'm going to read you the back. Loan Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Loan to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. Loan arrives at the Crawford home, ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Lowen doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of the night her family was forever altered. Lowen decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents could devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognizes all of the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue loving her. Oh, I'm so excited to read this. This has been on my list for such a long time, and I've just seen everybody read it, and I've just felt like it's gonna be a quick read, and I've just never been like, right, this is the time where I'm gonna read it. However, I'm back and forth from London and home a little bit more in the next couple of weeks, so this is coming with me and I will finish it. I'm determined. The last book I want to read before the end of September is again one that I feel like I've seen everybody read, so it's Daisy Jones and the Six. I've never read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I actually have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It's on my Kindle, so that is like gonna happen in the rest of this year. Everybody knows Daisy Jones and the Six. Their sounds defined an era. Their albums were on every turntable. They sold out arenas from coast to coast. Then on the 12th of July 1979, Daisy Jones walked barefoot on the stage at the Whiskey, and it all came crashing down. Everyone was there, everyone remembers it differently, nobody knew why they split until now. Reading is just giving me so much joy recently, and I love talking about it. I love knowing what people's favourite books are. I feel like someone's favourite book like tells you a lot about a person, tells you a lot about what they enjoy, and I just feel like a book recommendation, there's nothing better than a book recommendation, so very excited about this. Enjoy the rest of your day, week, evening, whatever, wherever you are. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye guys.